Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR Heat Evolution. Today we have the race at Texas, but it doesn't really matter because look at that, we won at Martinsville. Spoiler alert, should have said that beforehand. We won at Martinsville. We have advanced into the Final Four. Look at us, we're already in. Let's try to spoil this for some other people now. We did make an upgrade at the end of the last episode. We got the wind tunnel, which is extremely important. We got a 3% airflow improvement. I don't know how much that's going to help us, but we will see. I need to lower some of my sponsorship objectives because we're not going to do nearly as well here as we did in Martinsville. I do think we can do well at Texas, but I'm just going to set my expectations low, and let's head to the racetrack and see what happens. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in again, as usual. I really appreciate it. These next two races are kind of a, let's see what we got, let's get some more money, maybe we can get another upgrade. That would be really nice if we can, but let's see what we got, especially here at Texas, since Homestead is a mile and a half, even though they're two completely different tracks. Let's see how we do here. I gotta put my headphones on. I forgot to do that. And let's get off qualifying.
Go, 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 go.
So this is really gonna be the test to see how much that upgrade helps us. I'm not really sure. Airflow is important, obviously. But I don't know how much that's going to help us. It's not like a grip improvement. Grip improvements are usually extremely noticeable. But Texas is very similar to Charlotte's, and we did decently at Charlotte, if I recall correctly. So let's see if we can continue the good stretch at mile and a half. So we did really well at Kansas, if I recall correctly. Top 10 at Kansas, it must have been. So let's see how we do here. The car feels fast, but again, I don't really know where we're going to stack up. Obviously, keeping ourselves in the draft is going to be very important here. And that's where that airflow improvement is probably going to really help us, is in the draft. But let's see what kind of lap we put down here. I have no idea what to expect. 31.4, that seems a little slow. We'll run one more lap. See what happens. We'll wait until somebody else comes in and compares us to us. I can use words. Words have been difficult for me recently. I was listening back on the last episode and I was like, wow, I'm really mumbling. I really gotta reteach myself how to record because I've been in full-on teacher mode recently. Okay, so we are 4 tenths ahead of Michael McDowell. We did not improve that lap. We are 8 tenths behind Kyle Larson, so I'm going to make a few adjustments, and I will see you guys when we start our next lap. Alright, we are back out on track. We are right behind Landon Castle, who is actually right behind us in the qualifying order right now. So this will be a good to kind of compare, see where we are compared to some other cars. We seem to be faster in corner entry, but exit and straightaways are still our struggle suit, which is typical at mile and a half in this career mode. I had to let off a little bit more on the exit than I wanted to. Let's see where this lap stacks up. Slower, really? Alright, so we're going to sim to the next round. We qualify 30th, so not the greatest. Let's see how the race goes. I'll turn it over to Rick Allen.
It's time for NASCAR on NBC. Today, the Sprint Cup Series returns to Texas Motor Speedway for the AAA Texas 500. I'm Rick Allen, and they say everything is bigger in Texas. Well, for 8 drivers, the stakes don't get any bigger than this. With just 2 races to go before a champion is crowned, it's time to pull out all the stops. Let's get to the racing.
Alright, here we go. I'm really happy we won that race at Martinsville because we're starting 30th and it's going to take a lot of effort to get up to the front. But let's see what we can do here.
Still there.
We're starting on the outside, which I'm not thrilled about, but It's honestly, this is probably as good as track of any to start on the outside, because usually you can get a good run off the corners.
Still there.
And get some draft in the straightaways, hopefully.
Stay high. Still there.
Now you gotta be really careful with the AI and the tri-oval. They don't really care if you're there or not. Alright, we're splitting them 3 wide going in. Brian Scott fell in line behind us, so that's smart of him.
Still there.
Let's see if we can maybe improve a little bit. We're pretty neutral compared to these guys. We got a good run going into the corner, but really we're pretty neutral everywhere else right now, which is not good.
Still there.
We obviously need to be better than this. Oh, there's your first example of them not caring in the tri-oval. So Stenhouse just spun out. We got some game lag, so there's the caution. Yep. Not really time to pit. Nothing I can really gain from pitting now. So I'm just going to stay out, maybe gain a few positions. Oh, wow. That was more cars than I thought would pit. But let's see where we shake out here.
The race is going green. There's the
We
green
only
flag.
got a couple of laps into the race before the first caution, so we don't really know what our car is like on the long run yet.
Still there.
Got 38 laps to go.
Car high. Still there. Car high.
Sorry, I kind of fell silent there. I was really focusing. Man, there's not really much to say. It's the exact same thing as before. We're fighting with Casey Muse and Eric Almirola. Only instead of 25th or 26th, it's for 18th and 19th. Here's Trevor Bain, who made a miracle run into the top 12, but he didn't quite make it into this round. Didn't get off the corner very well, so Casey Muse is going to fall into the inside of us. I'm really not happy about being on the outside. Okay, we're getting passed by Michael on that. This is bad. Oh, there's the tri-oval thing again. I gave him plenty of room. Clint Boyer, he's going to come around.
The yellow's out.
I'm lucky I missed that for the most part. Again, not really much to gain by pitting right now, so I'm just going to stay out. A couple of the leaders are coming in, so we will gain a few spots. But I really don't have much to gain from pitting. I can't make it to the end.
Get set. The race is going green.
And usually this game doesn't like it when I try to make fuel mileage calls. So I'm just going to stick with the status quo right now. But getting passed by Michael and that is not where we need to be. If this is any sign of how we're going to be at Homestead, we don't have a chance in hell at making the championship. And I don't think we have much of a chance anyway, but we'll have to see how things shake out. Maybe we'll get lucky, but I highly doubt it. We just got passed by Casey Kang, and it was announced this morning as of time of recording that Casey Kang will not be back at Hendrick Motorsports next year. I'm not surprised. I kind of saw that coming, as I said in my predictions video. But, like, what was it? The weekend after my predictions video, Casey Kang won at the Brickyard. So I thought maybe Hendrick would reconsider, but in the end, I just don't think sponsorship was lined up for him, and he hadn't been really performing. I'm interested to see if he can make it past the first round of the chase. He doesn't really have any playoff points accumulated outside of the 5 for the win. I was disappointed that Martin Truex Jr. won. I'm a big Martin Truex Jr. fan anyway, but I was disappointed that he won because there were 3 guys in that top 5 who I really wanted to win to shake up the playoff standings a little bit. Matt Kenseth, Clint Boyer was up there, and Daniel Suarez, he would have really thrown a wrench into it if Suarez had won. But obviously, good for Martin Truex Jr. with everything that's been going on with his wife and But the crew chief said he lost a close friend this week, and it was a feel-good win. Martin Truex Jr., he's a great guy. I really enjoy seeing him be successful. I would love to see him win the championship this year. Do I think he'll do it? I'm not sure, but I really want to see him win the championship. He's probably in the...
There's trouble in turn 4.
There's trouble in turn 4, according to the spotter. But there's no caution out, so I got to be careful going into turn 4. Make sure there is nothing in the way, because that does tend to happen every now and then. But we're just rolling around in 20th right now. The fact that we're behind David Reagan and Landon Castle is not good. It's actually quite concerning. And we got a bunch of fast cars behind us who have pitted already, so I gotta be wary of that. So we really are a 30th place car right now. It's really depressing. Let's see, we got 9 laps on fuel. So 9 laps, that'll get us to 25, and we'll be past halfway. Okay. So I might be able to pit a little bit before the fuel window opens, but I'll try to stay out as long as I can, just so I don't get caught out at a weird timed caution. Especially with some of those guys pitting under the previous cautions, there is a decent chance of being caught a lap down. So I'm going to try to stay out as long as I can, and hope that that doesn't happen. Maybe we get a good timed caution. Besides that wall glitch that we had last episode, we've been quite lucky in the chase, so I really should not...
Turn 1.
There's trouble in turn 1. I'm in turn 1. There's no trouble. I think Rick Allen is starting to go crazy. Speaking of which, I really like the broadcaster that came over and did the race at Watkins Glen this week. I'm just so used to Mike Joy and Rick Allen all season long. It was a nice change of pace. I did like the MVP coverage, I think it's called. Oh, we got a caution. I'm pitting. I think we can make it to the end from here. No repairs. I'll put a little more tire pressure in. Loosen the car up a little bit more. Put some tape in. But I think we can make it from here. It's going to be close, I think. But I think we can make it from here. But obviously I don't think the game will let me, because this game just absolutely despises fuel mileage strategy. So we got 19 laps on fuel. We're not going to be able to make it without a caution, I don't think. 22 laps, so not going to be able to make it without a caution, but it's worth a shot. I definitely think they will throw a caution out at some point here, just because they can. We are surrounded by a lot of fast guys who are in the back of the pack right now, so let's see if maybe we can take advantage of some rubber banding. I don't know. And we can move forward here. But we got Joey Logano, we got Martin Truex Jr. back here with us. Truex Jr. has been eliminated already, but I think Logano is still in the chase. We got a bunch of fast guys back here, or at least better than 33rd place guys. Ricky Stenhouse is back there, Austin Dillon's right here.
Stay low. Still there.
But, like I said, we won't be able to make it to the end.
Car low.
I just spun out Eric Jones. That's going to be a caution, most likely.
Fuel's out.
So we're going to stay out. That'll be a couple more laps off of the fuel. And we are in 10th place now. Now, I could have come in, maybe done splash and go 2 tires just to reassure everything.
Going green.
But we're going to be really close right now. Maybe 1 or 2 laps needed to save. So 2 laps. I did not mean to hit Matt Kenseth there. But that could... Oh, he saved it. Wow. Good job, Matt Kenseth. He saved it. But we are pulling away from the pack thanks to that. Here comes Logano. But we are 2 laps short right now. I am terrible at fuel mileage saving. So we will most likely have to make a splash and dash at the end. So this might have been the wrong call. But if we get another caution, I can stay out again. And we will be good if we get another caution.
All clear.
But otherwise, I don't think we will have the ability to make it to the end. Because 15 laps of fuel, we got 16 or 17 to go, I think.
Clear high.
So I will try to feather the gas a little bit, but probably won't be able to make up enough fuel to make it to the end.
Car high.
Yeah, because it just changed right at the start-finish line. So we are really 2 laps short right now. So let's see if maybe we can draft a little bit. But we're also extremely slow compared to these guys. So I can't, if I lift up too much, we're just going to lose all positions and not really have any choice of a good finish. Now I think I might have done the wrong fuel strategy here. So if we don't get another caution, we might be in trouble. But we will see how things shake out.
Car low.
But yeah, I think I'm on the wrong strategy here, unfortunately.
Still there.
And we're not fast enough to keep up with these guys either. I'm just kind of blocking left and right now, trying to keep this 13th position. Again, none of this matters, but I just really want to have a decent finish for the money. So maybe we can be in line to get another upgrade before the end of the season. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot.
Car low. Clear high.
Oh, Kurt Busch is spinning. That's a wreck behind us. That's a wreck behind us.
Yellow
That's a
now.
caution. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to pit 1 can of fuel, 2 tires. 30th, really? That bad? Oh man, I should have stayed out.
The race is going great.
But let's see if those 2 tires can help us. We're changing lanes before the start-finish line, but I don't care right now. But let's just see how well we can improve here. Maybe rubber banding will help us, but I think there's a bunch of really slow people up front. So let's see if that can maybe help us gain some positions. But like I said, once that... Well, we were on the wrong strategy play regardless. I probably could have stayed out and made it to the end, but our right side tires would have been shot.
Yellow's out.
Oh, there's another yellow. Oh, it looks like some people are pitting. So that's a few more positions. Staying out. How many laps to go? We're up to 16th now. Man, this is a caution-filled race, and none of it's really been my fault.
Green flag. Car low.
I mean, I've been near some of these things, but it hasn't really been my fault. Got 4 laps to go. Let's see if we can solidify a top 15. I think that's our highest sponsorship objective.
Car high.
But I don't know if that'll be possible. But it's worth a shot. And I have no idea what the fuel mileage is for some of these guys. So maybe they have to make another pit stop. But if they did, they probably would have done so by now. But we got some really slow guys up here that we should be able to pass. Eric Jones, Regan Smith, Brian Scott's up there.
Clear high.
But yeah, top 15 definitely possible, I think. We got Matt DiBenedetto up here as well. I'm going to try to swing around to the outside. Didn't quite work.
Car low.
Try to get... Nope, they're blockading the inside right now, so... Can't really get back to the inside. But if we can get around DiBenedetto, that's going to be a good spot for us right now. But we're getting just absolutely swamped right now. I need to get to the inside.
Here we go. Car low.
But we're getting swamped right now.
Car low.
I absolutely have to get to the inside, but nobody's letting me in. Can I please get here?
Car low.
Ah, Almendinger, move. Move.
Car high.
AJ, I love you, man, but you're just really in the way right now. I want this top 15, but I'm not going to get it. There's no way I can get it now. I'm just too slow. White flag this time? Yep. I mean, there's still some slow guys up there that are blocking these guys. So Matt DiBenedetto is really being a roadblock right now, as is Regan Smith, even though Smith is a little faster. But yeah, top 15 kind of out of a question now. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Hold your line.
Somebody's won the race. We're not going to get a top 15. But it's still a good finish for us considering where we started. But this just kind of doesn't give me much hope for Homestead, honestly. Obviously, Homestead's a lot different than Texas, but still, it's a mile and a half. We just don't have the speed right now. Who won the race? I'm curious. There are some people like that finished. Jimmy Johnson. Ooh. Austin Dillon won the race, so that's somebody who's not in the chase. So good for him. We're not getting the most money we could have, but we're still getting 2 out of our 3 sponsorship objectives. Almost 100,000. So I'm still the only one locked into the next round. It looks like the field is pretty much set right now. It's going to be us, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, and Joey Logano. Because everybody else is 12 points or more back. Obviously one of them could win, but those 4 right now are pretty far back. Now look at that. If we didn't have the win, we would be out right now. No, we would be in the last spot right now if we didn't have the win. So obviously that win is super important right now. But let's see if there's anything else to take a look at, and then that'll be it for this episode. We got Phoenix next week. I personally hate Phoenix, but we seem to do pretty well there. We picked up some new secondary sponsors, so let's take a look at that. So now we have 4 options. So let's put this there, this there, this there, and this there. Yeah, I think that'll be the best that we can do with that. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.